woke up inside an artist's dream. Where the paintings dance with every brushstroke, and works of art span from floor to ceiling. I witness masters at their craft, who transform even the ordinary into exceptional. Confections came in more colors than I could imagine, and a creative escape waited around every corner.
Mayat ay agsapat ako amin, or should I say good morning to you, my dear virtual tourists. On behalf of Dash Travel and Tours, I'd like to welcome you all to the capital of Grand March Dance, home of Kapipintasan and Katatarakian Igorots, our beautiful and amazing province, Kapangan, Benguet. I am Alan Fer, or you may call me Tour Guide Alan, your virtual tour guide for today.
The name Kapangan came from the words kala and pangan, which means come and eat. People here sustain their daily needs by farming. The common crops grown are rice, beans, cucumber, pepper, kamote, cassava, and fruit trees. The historical Bulalakaw Cave. Aside from having amazing rock formations inside, it also served as a harbor to the locals in the past world wars. Bulalakaw Cave is a natural attraction found in Tabaao, Kapangan. It is hidden in between the road of the mountainside and the Bulinsak Creek. Another treasure of Kapangan is the majestic scenery of Ongong Falls. It is indeed a sheer beauty to behold. With its amazing multi-layered cascades, one could not help but to be blown in amazement. Oh, how I felt like I was drifting in heaven while gazing at the waterfall. A visitor wouldn't fail to notice how hospitable, peace-loving, and happy. This position of typical Ikapangan, more thing that has become a trademark of the Kapangan people is their so-called Grand March, reminiscent of an opening of a ball which usually ends with a simplified waltz. This dance has become a tradition among the people.
Alright, so that was a short clip about Kapangan Benguet. So before we start our tour, let me first familiarize you with our province with facts and a brief history of Kapangan Benguet. So Kapangan Benguet is a municipality in the landlocked province of Benguet. It is a fourth class municipality actually. The municipality has a land area of 164,390 square kilometers or 63.47 square miles, which constitutes 5.94% of Benguet's total area. Its population, as determined by the 2020 census, was 19,297. This represented 4.19% of the total population of Benguet Province or 1.07% of the overall population of the Cordillera Administrative Region. So, as you can see at the Google Maps, the neighboring provinces are Kibungan, Atok, Tublay, Bagulin, Burgos, and San Gabriel. And actually, Kapangan is politically subdivided into 15 barangays. And the current mayor is Mayor Manny Fermin, and the vice mayor is Vice Mayor Mayo Islay. The renowned Grand March dance is held in Kapangan Benguet. Additionally, it is where the late Governor Pato Tangwa, a well-known person here in the Cordillera, was born and raised. The name Takdang, which means those from the east, was once used to refer to Kapangan. The earliest indigenous people dwelt near the Ambarayan River and followed the Kaingin system. They originated in the eastern villages like Tinok in Bugyas and Bontok. They headed to Nagilian in La Union to conduct transactions with the Ilocanos. In the westernmost region of Benguet is where Kapangan is located. It is bordered by San Gabriel on the midwest, Kibungan on the northeast, Atok on the east, Tublay on the southeast, Sablan and Bagulin on the southwest, and Sukpon on the northwest. During the Spanish regime, Kapangan was organized into 4 barrios, namely Balakbak, Paikak, Pungayan, and Tabao. So my dear tourists, are you all excited? Let's go! Our first destination right here is the famous Ambarayan River. This is considered to be one of the most famous tourist attraction here in Kapangan. But did you know Ambarayan River runs through 3 Philippine provinces, and namely Benguet, Ilocos Sur, and La Union. From the capital town of Benguet, which is La Trinidad, the traveling time is 55 minutes to 1 hour. Many of the local agricultural locations receive their principal water supply from the Ambarayan River. In the communities it passes through, it is used by the locals as a fishing location. And here a variety of marine creatures, including eels, tiny shrimps, wadingan, carpa, and other fishes flourish. Hikers, campers, and eco-tourists may all look forward to wonderful outdoor adventures thanks to the forested areas that overhang over the river. The river is a great place for swimming, skin diving, bathing, and recreational fishing. It is also a great place for families, friends, and others to have their picnics and have their quality time. Legend has it that Lamang, a local folk hero born with tremendous power and ability, once took a bath here in Ambarayan River after an epic battle.
In a place far away, in the vast mountains of northern Luzon, is a hidden gem full of treasure and amazing wonders. This is a place that the people hold so close to their hearts that they have a special name for it, Kapangan. Kapangan is a municipality of steep mountains and minute yet heavy forests. Kapangan is one of the 4th-class municipality of the province of Benguet. Kapangan is home to amazing nature, inhabited by both the Ibaloi tribe in the east and the Kankanai tribes in the west. As life progresses, Kapangan has been well known for its amazing culture and wide range of spectacular landscapes such as rivers, staggering mountains, waterfalls, and many more. It's August now, and rice planting has already started. The people goes back to their fields to plant rice. As you can see, everyone is busy doing their labor. As a tradition, people come together to plant rice from start to finish. This is a unique tradition which they call it Aduyon. Aduyon is a unique tradition widely practiced in Kapangan, a tradition practiced for thousands of years that binds communities together. a unique tradition so popular that the other communities are so jealous about it. Aduyun is Kapangan's great treasure, which is not just limited to hard work, rather, it encompasses all aspects of life. After the long and tiring work, the people are now celebrating. They are gathered together, dancing in unison as a symbol of unity and to enjoy life after the long and tiring labor. They perform a dance so close to their hearts, they have a special name for it, the Tayao and Grand March. Tayao is a traditional dance performed during kanyaos and special occasions. On the other hand, Grand March is usually performed during weddings and festivals. From kids to elders, no one would resist to join this incredible and unique culture of Kapangan. Because of this, Kapangan have become so close together, cares for one another as brothers and sisters, which they call Kaelians. As the rhythm of the year picks up, so do life, human and animal. Together, Kapangan people and nature weave life into a seamless fabric. This is the land of Kangkanaay and Ibaloy people, yet the people live together in peace, joy, and harmony. It is a land that has been ruled for hundreds of years by the amazing wonders of nature and their unique culture. This is a landscape that the Kapangan people hold so close to their hearts that they have a special name for it, Kapangan.
Here we are at our next destination, which is the Lungog Cave. Kapangan is best known for its majestic falls, but did you know that Kapangan also boasts of caves and other natural spectacles? One of it is the Lungog Cave, which is located at the foot of Mount Dakiwagan, here in Balakbak. Before reaching the entrance of the cave, one needs to hike for 10 to 20 minutes. Then, there is also a little hanging bridge that must be crossed. A waterfall forms below and another falls out of one of the cave's holes during the wet season. There are multiple entrances to the cave, but only the permitted entrances by the government is accessible to tourists. A self-contained wonderland of stunning stalactite and stalagmite rock formations may be found in Lungog Cave. Terrace ponds have crystals that sparkle when the lights are flashed. The granite formations also make it possible to imagine various animal figurines. It takes a lot of courage to hike through Lungog Cave because there are certain passageways that are so small that one must essentially crawl on their bellies on the muddy or sandy terrain. You can feel fairly worn out after tackling these difficulties, but the benefits that lie ahead will undoubtedly give you a fresh vigor. Just by looking at it tires you out, but don't worry because our next destination will give you an amazing view. As I mentioned, Lungog Cave is located at the foot of Mount Dakiwagan. So my dear tourists, you already know our next destination. Yes, here we are at Mount Nakiwagan. This mountain is also known as Santa Claus Mountain. Why? According to locals, when viewed from a distance, it displays the head of a man and other features depending on how one looks at it. It also depicts the face of Santa Claus. This mountain looms majestically over the barangay of Balakbak, making it seem as an amazing backdrop of the barangay. Some tourists even describe this as an enormous and majestic mural on someone's wall. It can take 3 hours or more to get to the peak. A wide-angle view of the surrounding plains and mountains can be seen from the zenith. You can feel the fresh breeze of air and take in the amazing view right in front of you. When you get to the top, all your irritation, tiredness, and fatigue will be swept away with the wind because of how rewarding the view is. And I know for sure that the phrase you will say, my dear tourist, is it was worth it. From the heaven-like view of Mount Takiwagan, let's move on to the highest fall here in Kapangan, the Bayog Falls. The estimated traveling time from the mountain to the falls is approximately 55 minutes, having a 25-kilometer distance. It measures more than 100 meters high, and it may not be the most famous fall here in Kapangan, but it definitely is the highest, and it is majestic as the other falls. To get to the falls, you need to trek an hour or two from the barangay. It takes an hour and a half to climb the 5 kilometers from the barangay station to the location. It will be much more enjoyable and restorative because you will be traveling by forested pathways. When you get at the falls, their sheer height and beauty provide an immediate sense of relaxation. Its water pours down in layers like raindrops from the sky. The waterfalls may be viewed even from the Halsema Highway in Atok, especially when they are in full force during the rainy season. Alright, my dear tourists, we are now proceeding to our next destination, which is just a neighbor of our previous destination. From the highest falls, we are now here at the most famous falls, which is the Badi Falls. The Kankanai phrase badi-badi, which refers to bluish-brown insects that resemble earthworms, inspired the name of Badi Falls. They have a diameter of about 6 to 7 millimeters and range in length from 3 to 6 inches. They are typically discovered beneath the brook's waterfalls and stalk the river stones along the path to Badi Falls. This fall is actually a collection of at least 5 stunning waterfalls that are located far from Barangay Sagubo. The tallest of these is more than 50 meters tall. This waterfall is among the most exquisite in the entire Cordillera region. It is quite a sight, measuring close to 100 feet in height and width. One can already get a glimpse of Badi Falls from a distance. Once there, you'll encounter 2 falls right away. The first fall is about 20 feet high and cascades into a large pool that was created naturally. The water here are icy and clean, offering immediate comfort from the arduous journey to get there. Here, rock jumping and diving are permitted. The main Badi Falls are just a few meters ahead. It falls on a small, shallow pool and it is about 80 feet high. On the granite wall, where the falls descend, moss and tiny plants flourish. Leaning on the rocks at the base of the falls is the perfect way to take in the refreshing massage from the cascades, which resembles raindrops. Even in the summer, the falls never stop flowing. However, during the rainy season, it is a raging beauty, spitting picturesque mists and producing hammering echoes. The rainy season is the ideal time to see Badi Falls, which is the month from June to September. Usually during this time of year, the waterfall's whole depth is surrounded by water. My dear tourists, we are now at our last destination, so buckle up as I share with you about Camp Utopia. With its picturesque waterfalls tumbling down Toplak Sitio of Barangay Pudong, Camp Utopia Mountain is located atop Barangay Sagubo in the municipality of Kapangan. The fearsome Igorot guerrillas led by Majors Pato Dangwa and Dennis Molintas participated in the liberation of Baguio Benguet and Basang Pass during the Second World War, and their general headquarters used to be on this formidable Camp Utopia mountain. The enemy strongholds at Hill 99W and Lepanto Mangkayan, which were in a strategic location and were built with powerful financiers, were destroyed by the 66th Infantry guerrillas. But they were outsmarted and captured by the valiant Igorot guerrillas. The 66th Infantry Igorot guerrillas were there to seize control of other difficult to overcome and enemy held locations. The plateau at Camp Utopia is ideal for ecotourism. Ilocos and La Union, two lowland provinces, are seen from here, and it is historically significant and suitable for eco walks, camping, and hiking. Before ending our virtual tour, let me first share with you the famous products and delicacies of Kapangan Benguet. We have tapoy or rice wine, lukto, which is a sweet potato in English. We also have cocoa, and of course, a tag. Alright, my dear tourists, we are at the end of our tour. I am your virtual tour guide, Alan, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching and participating in exploring my hometown province, Kapangan. Once again, on behalf of Dash Travel and Tours, we wish you a memorable tour here in Kapangan, Benguet. Salamat!
Ay 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 ugayam galayaman ugayam galayaman hanna kanin nandat dato Tain kanigan ganason di kultura ang dilubong ugayang kinatib kan respeto dayaw kan kinapudno yamanan mi da kayun apahu ay ugayang galhayaman ot yan nagdatimpo kung man isot ako nagito'y nga rarapap mi sapay kuma may bingayo kadagiti daduma nga tattao ay